for me. Hey, how y'all doing? So let's see. I'm trying to make sure everything. Hey, how y'all doing? This is Will. Saying hi, Saint Michael the Archangel on Twitch. Say how you feel on YouTube. Say how you feel on Facebook. If you know me, you know me. So I'm just doing a quick order for some t-shirts. Figured I'd go live. Have a little fun, chill out, maybe have a conversation or two. My wife's supposed to be over here helping me out. Introduce yourself.
Hey.
Come on this side. She be doing acting funny. You know what I'm saying? Acting funny.
Hi, Kino. Hi.
I got on shorts because I don't care and it's hot. So, talk about what we're doing today.
I don't know.
We're doing the order. You know what I'm saying? Break the order down.
I did not take this order. I wasn't involved in it. But it's a order. It's a order. It's a would you consider it a reorder?
Yeah.
The organization has ordered before.
So it's a reorder.
So they reordered. I'm supposing that this time of year is when they do their
annual
fundraising or campaign for the organization, because I believe it was this time of year last year when they ordered the first time. So the design, I think, is probably one of the things that you probably be most interested in, because it is a plastisol transfer, which gives the look and feel of screen printing without you having to deal with the
look.
I mean, it's screen printed, but I'm just saying.
You said the look though, like it ain't screen printed.
I mean, it is screen printed. This is why I didn't want to talk. So if you want to tell it, you tell it. But the point of what I was trying to say is that it keeps you from having to deal with the mess of the ink / paint, having to deal with burning screens and
this right here,
the emotion and all that. So this is an alternative to that.
I would have done the screen printing, but time is of essence.
Right. They didn't order the turnaround time for when they needed the shirts and when they finally pulled the trigger to place the order and all that stuff. All of that goes into account. So when you're doing t-shirts, if you offer screen printing, this is a good thing to me that you could add to your business, because if you have customers who wait to pull the trigger, this still gets them the same quality product without you having to rush to, get this, burn your screens, get all the stuff together, do the test registration and all that. And maybe everybody doesn't need to do that. Maybe they just, I don't know. But if
you happen to be bothered with making sure that everything is right, I could just order the transfers and be done with it. Because you might have other orders, you might have other responsibilities. Like I just had the transfer video for somebody that I shot a week ago.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
About a week or so ago, and then you got a job, you got this and the third. It's just easy. Let me order these. Not too See, the ink comes right off. This is before. This is after.
And if you go to the same company that you went to prior, you should already have the design. Well, the design would be in your little account, so it's just you taking it and reordering.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to do a whole new setup for it or anything like that on your end, because you've already placed the order before and now you're just reordering.
Which was really easy. When I called the lady and said, okay, so what I need to do? She told me what I need to do. It took me all of 5 minutes. So you have to look at, here's the thing. I could have easily did it on here. Ordered the screen or made the screen. Either way, I got the equipment to make the screen. Now, it took me longer to set everything up. Hold on. It took me longer to set everything up. It had been more of an issue. I'd have to get the ink just right. They already had this design. They already had the ink. I'm in and out. It took me all of to order the transfers and the shirts. It took all of 10 minutes. You say? I think I was on the phone longer than it was for me to actually do the order. And then my wife did the order for the shirts. But I had already put them in. I just had to change one thing. It took her all of, 5 minutes?
It don't take that long.
Whatever it takes.
I mean, you had already put the shirts in there. So all I did was just proceed to check out. It's a shirt up under there. You didn't do that shirt.
Oh. Okay. So by the time you look up, so say 15 minutes to order all the supplies. If that, I'm giving and have the conversation with the client. Right? So if you add that 15 minutes, it'll probably take me. I've been sucking doing this, so I'm knocking this back. And right now, I'm just getting the moisture out of the shirt. So by the time I finish this, it's only like 70 pieces. So not gonna take too long. Even if it took me, I'm being slow right now, so even if it took me an hour, I'm double pressing, which I don't have to do. And I may or may not do them all, just depends. Especially not the pinks. I think this is probably the last pink that I double pressed. If it was a blacks, maybe so. I don't know. I just depends. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. So by the time you press all of them up, shouldn't be more than, and I don't know why I'm leaving this on the whole 15 seconds, because it don't have to be on there that long. So by the time you press all this up, maybe an hour or so, on average, I'll probably clear about $400 off of it. So when you weigh out that you're making about $400 in about an hour and a half worth of work. So it's not a bad thing. You know, I've heard people sit here and say, oh, it's stupid to order transfers, it's dumb to order this. Well, here's the thing.
You do what's best for you.
Do what's best for you. It makes sense. Again, I have the equipment, but I don't want to be bothered with all that. I got other stuff I got going on. You know, I don't have the energy, time, nor the desire to keep doing to do extra stuff unless I have to.
I think it depends on what you're doing. I mean, this is for somebody else, so if it's your personal thing.
Now, if it's your brand or something, and you want to really, you know, and these are one-off shirts, meaning that if we really have to be honest about it, who's walking around with the shirt on all year round? Like, for real, you know, this is for an event. And I'm grateful for the order, but, and they did do it a smart way as far as going to get screen printed. It made it easier for me versus trying to do that versus getting ink, like inkjet transfers. I could have done that, but don't get me wrong, I'd have made a little bit extra money.
Inkjet transfers have their place because
No, I'm talking about as far as doing. If we had done like the screen, we'd have made a little extra money, but you know, because we only have to pay for $50 for a transfer. Now for the screen. Now here's the catch: we'd have to pay $50 for the screen, but we would have had to order. We'd have to get the screen. That's $50, and then not only that, we'd have to get the screen and we'd have to get the ink. Then, granted, I can do other stuff with the ink when I don't use, but I only paid less than I only paid 30-something cents for a transfer. I would only save like 25 cents to screen print. I don't do that. You know, but like you said, inkjet transfers have a place. You know,
Well, you mentioned inkjet transfer, that's why I said that.
I wouldn't do that with inkjet transfer. Well, it could, couldn't it?
No, I wouldn't, but yeah, you could.
I wouldn't, only because
Is if it was one shirt, yeah,
yeah.
but not 75 shirts. Inkjet
Nah,
transfer,
nah,
no.
70 shirts inkjet
Nah.
transfer, that'd be a lot.
And it's not even a lot because
That's
of
a lot of ink.
the work. It's not even a lot because of the ink, but just you, the person who orders. Say, I mean, the thing about it is that use your whole brain. If somebody orders 100 shirts from you, I think it's kind of trifling to get them, get them 100 shirts and you'll put a piece of paper on it with ink.
Well, it's the same concept.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
If it's a one-off, okay. But 100 shirts,
but
I'm sorry.
On top of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Inkjet ink is one thing.
Do a little bit more due diligence. Make sure you're pricing correctly, and just do the plasticine transfer.
Yeah.
If they want full color, yeah.
No. What funny is they want full color, ain't got no money.
That's why I said you let them know this is the cost. Now I could do it with this, but I don't, and it's not even the point of that it wouldn't be nice, because if you've perfected your craft in regards to inkjet transfers, is there a question?
I don't know. That's why I told you to come over this set.
If you perfected as far as you got your, what is it called? The CMKY. Sorry. The M is magenta. Anyway, if you got your CMKY, whatever the word, I'm trying to say. If you got that together and you got some good quality paper and all that, you probably could pull it off and it'd be all right. I wouldn't do it.
I'm not doing 100 shirts.
I wouldn't do the 100 shirts.
The only way I'm doing 100 shirts in inkjet transfer is RIP shirts.
Yeah.
And that's
and then really, would you really?
Because I can do just
you can do or you can do sublimation.
If they got plastic shirts.
Plasticine shirts.
I mean, not plastic shirts.
You have polyester shirts.
Yeah. If they ain't got polyester shirts, I don't like polyester shirts. You don't like polyester.
But you're saying it's like they brought it to you.
Yeah, but you can't put no man in no polyester shirt.
Yes, you can. They wear them all the time.
Yeah, but I'd be highly upset if you gave me a polyester shirt.
Why?
Because I don't like polyester shirts like that.
I mean, that's you. Then you wouldn't order it. But somebody else, I mean.
Well, no, I'm saying if they ordered polyester shirts.
People off the street really don't know. Yeah, they don't know. They have no idea.
Well, yeah.
They do not know.
We do.
Yeah, we know. But I mean, they don't know. People who order shirts do not know. Unless you've gotten a polyester shirt and you don't like it, or it may not even be that you don't like it. The size may not be.
Now, if you give me a polyester shirt that fits like.
That's what I'm saying.
The got at the regionals, don't fit, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
If it fits wide, then yeah, I'm cool. But I gotta have some room. Big man.
But in general, people don't know polyester from cotton. In general, some people do, but I don't. I mean,
so you can't. Can you tell the difference?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do t-shirts.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying.
But in general, people don't know, and they probably really don't care.
No, not really, unless they want a full bleed.
So yeah.
Which we don't offer, so it don't even matter.
Then there's that.
I don't think I will ever offer that. I don't want to do no all over shirt. It's too hot for all that. That's a big press. I know people that do it though. Yeah, but I like this method. I think it is very productive. I think it works. You know what I'm saying? Plastic transfer. Like the last shirts we did. Last large order we did, actually a split order. I did half, probably a little bit over half on here, and then I did the rest of them on here. And it still didn't take me long, because it doesn't take me long to do them. It's just the cleanup afterwards. Do I want to deal with that cleanup? With these, I can just throw the paper away. And like I said, I have companies. Like if you wanted to start a company, then this is definitely the route to go. If you ain't gonna if you just wanna, like, I can screen print my own shirts, but the reality of it is, you don't know how many orders you're gonna get, and this is quicker, more effective, and just a better quality of product than trying to do inkjet transfer or do, it's better than vinyl, really. Let's just be honest about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Definitely.
I know vinyl's a great product. Don't get me wrong. Vinyl's.
No, I mean this mini T-shirt. I mean, there are people I think can do it though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bless their heart.
70 shirts, I'm not doing that. I ain't never. I think I may have did it one time.
And when you know better, you do better.
Yeah, I ain't doing that at all.
And I think some people, they do. Some people, sometimes you can research yourself to death.
Yeah.
Meaning that you research and research and research. You get all these
blue in the face.
Right, these opinions about what people think about certain products, and then you scare yourself off of it, so you don't do it. So then instead of work, you do not work smarter, you work harder.
Mm-hmm.
To me, doing this process is working smarter when your alternatives are inkjet transfer and vinyl. I mean, if you have a DTF machine and it does its job,
I'm not doing
you can
DTF
do that,
one color at all. Let's just be honest about
I'm just saying, some people do.
I'm not. That's just, to me, it's because you got to think about
It's
it.
a
Like
waste.
this,
It's a waste of the method
yeah, because if you do a DTF and it's pink
and the ink,
you still got to put the white ink on it.
right? In order for it to pop to show up.
To just, yeah, exactly. To be, it's like doing an inkjet transfer. I might really do this, call it a day. We're done. We're done with it, call it a day.
And then of course, you learn how to screen print. And then the other thing too is don't use somebody's order to learn. Don't do that. Don't use your first order to learn how to screen print. This is a good way to offer screen printing in the beginning while you're learning.
Yeah.
And then when you learn how to do it,
you play with your order.
You play with your stuff. You don't play with somebody else's stuff. Yeah. Right? You don't want to have to replace 75 shirts because you played with their stuff trying to learn how to do something that you didn't know how to do. So
I ain't gonna lie, I done done it.
They didn't come back either.
Yeah, they did.
They did. What did they come back and get?
Couple times actually.
What did they come back and get?
T-shirts.
What'd you do to them?
Transfers. It wasn't that I was learning. That wasn't the issue. The issue was I was not in a big enough space to do what I was doing. So then now that my space is bigger, I got a little more room, I can actually do what I gotta do. I got videos of me screen printing now, so I'm good. But it wasn't because it wasn't learning. I learned years ago. And then after the fact, still took a class. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't the issue. The issue was the space wasn't big. It was kind of dark. You know what I'm saying? It was just all bad.
So let me repeat: when you know better, you do better.
Yeah, it was all bad. That's what I learned. But see, I think that was a situation where they came last minute. And see, I'm not one of the people. Don't come ask me to do nothing. You ain't got no money in your hand. Certain people can come, but not really. So yeah, I need my munches. Don't come ask me to do nothing without no bread in your hand. I ain't order nothing on my night. And I definitely am not printing anything without my feet, because let me tell you something. I got an order for some flyers I did sitting somewhere around in my house right now. I don't know that. And I did the flyers. They paid me for them. Did everything for it, and they still ain't picked up their stuff. But guess what? I don't even care. Why? Because I got my money. I only ship out of state. I don't deliver in state. In the city, if you're in the city, you picking it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ain't delivering nothing unless you're talking a delivery fee. I ain't delivering nothing. I got that. And see, this order, the person's gonna come pick it up tomorrow morning. So I'm like, yep, come get your stuff. Put it on out the door. You know, wait for the next time. Who
Did
comes
they
next?
order the totes too, or just the t-shirts?
T-shirts. I'll probably give them a tote.
Oh, and that's something.
Might do a drawstring bag this time.
Oh yeah, that's.
So we got some in the car.
I mean, that's something that you can do too. I think we were watching somebody. Stalls, I think. I don't know. We were watching something, and they were saying that when you do like orders, I think mainly what they were saying is like large orders like this is that you give them a quote unquote gift, and basically what the gift is you showing them what else you could possibly what else you can do, and then give them ideas of what they could get. So one of the things that the supervisor usually does a tote. That's always a good one. You know, a tote, hat, a mug, things like that, to give them alternatives or different things of what, you know, they could, like the next go round of what they get could be t-shirts and mugs, or it could be t-shirts and totes, or t-shirts and hats. So that's something to think about. What is your thing going to be, right? Because whatever it is that you decide your thing is going to be, you know, you need to buy it wholesale to always have it on hand.
And a tote,
and you wouldn't necessarily have to buy it wholesale, because you could just go to Michael's and get you a couple of packs of totes.
Yeah.
But you know your business, so you know how you know your business and how many large orders you.
How you think to look on that blue bag?
Oh, I don't know. I thought about black.
Okay. I don't think I have a black one. Probably got one that's outside.
What was I gonna say?
So I was gonna do one so they can see it.
Yeah, but I think black would probably be better.
Okay.
You know your business and how often you get large orders, so you have to do what makes sense for you.
Me, I'm working on that. I really, that's what I'm looking at doing. Just, I do small orders, but it's kind of hard. Small orders are not easy to do. Only because when you do a small order, it's the amount of work that goes into doing a small order. It's not an issue. It's people they want a lot for like a one shirt, but don't understand why you have to charge so much for that one shirt. You know, I have what's called a DTF printer for those who know and those who don't. It's basically a printer that prints white ink. So, you know, that equipment's not cheap. My printer was like $2,000. By the time I get it back running where I need it, it's gonna probably cost me another $500-600. It's gonna more than that, because the software alone is $500. You know, so you know, I don't even know if I'm gonna go that route, because I don't know if I want to deal with the maintenance on it. The maintenance is just so much on some of these machines. It's like, it's a daily grind. It's a daily grind, and I don't know if I want to be bothered with all that.
But then you have to decide if you want all this. Who was it? Somebody. The supervisor was watching somebody's video, and they made that point, and it's true. You don't have to do everything.
Nope.
It is not necessary for you to.
Brando don't do everything. Brando said he did not touch the eject transfer with temper pole.
It's not necessary. You know, you do what makes sense. If you have a customer base that is constantly asking you for embroidery, I noticed that's what a lot of t-shirt makers or, you know, shops or whatever, that's what a lot of them are getting now, is embroidery machines. If you have a customer base that is constantly asking you for embroidery and you're outsourcing it, and it makes sense for you to cut out the middleman and you just do it yourself, then, you know, get you an embroidery machine.
True that.
But you don't have to do everything.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even necessarily know if I want to do everything anymore. Some stuff I want to also. If I do embroidery, it's partly to do hats. 90% of it's to do hats. I ain't even gonna lie. Other than doing hats, I really don't have a desire to do embroidery. But I can do hats now, and and I'm still good. I want to be able to, print them myself, really. That's all it really is. It's just, if I have to do embroidery, I outsource them. I outsource it now, but the only thing about outsourcing is you got to find people that are reliable and that's going, like I had a person I recently reached out to about doing a contract with, and they just kept trying to say send them my customer to them, which is not really an issue, especially for this particular customer. But it's the fact, why do I need to send them to you? Just tell me what you charge, and I'll go from there.
That if somebody reaches out to you and says, "Hey, I have a customer that wants X, Y, and Z. I don't do that in my business. Can we work together?" Da da da.
Yeah.
Either you are or you aren't. Say no.
Because I talked to another person that does it, and they just told me exactly what they charge, what I got to pay, and was done with it. You know what I'm saying?
Either you do or you don't. I mean, it's not rocket science.
Either you gonna do it or you ain't.
If you don't, I don't know. Everybody does their stuff different, but that just, stuff like that, nobody's gonna want to work with you.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Because the thing about it is that even if you do other stuff, I just need you for this one thing. I'm trying to see if I can build a relationship with you that I can, if customers come to me for this particular product, I can outsource it to you, and then we both make money, and the customer gets what they need.
I did a Fat Brother did my hats and some polos, and I think I just charged about like $5 extra for my time to go to the case.
Right.
But,
to mediate.
Yeah. I didn't bust the customer's head, and I didn't, tell my Fat Brother, "Oh, you got to break. I need some wiggle room."
And don't do that either. Don't try to outsource and then tell the person you outsource it to what they need to charge.
Yeah.
That ain't none of your business. This is
what do you charge?
They're gonna charge their price because they have to get paid, and then you do your upsell, whatever it is you want for your fee for outsourcing. The people don't know that you outsource, and some people tell it. Some people say, "Well, I don't do that. I outsource it. This is how much it's gonna be."
So you can decide to get it or don't. But it's like annoying. I don't like. It's like what I you say, the gatekeepers. And it's not like, "Oh, I'm trying to steal anything from the person." All you gotta do is tell me what it is, and we can run it.
So that's part of the reason I think why so many people why they do all the stuff. But if you don't have the customers to facilitate it making sense that you do it, like the cost, like it costs $2,000 to get a machine, and then you gotta do this, you gotta do that, gotta do this, and you had 2 orders.
Yeah.
Them 2 orders didn't pay for the machine.
Like, out of all my equipment, I ain't gonna say that. Actually, this paid for itself. And it paid for itself, but here's the catch. It paid for itself not from doing t-shirts. It paid for itself from doing hats. That's the issue. That's the crazy part. The hats is what paid for it. It wasn't the t-shirts. Because I was able to offer them a full color design. And the thing about it is, if I go ahead and get it fixed and get everything running on it right, I'll be honest with you, I'm really probably going to only use it for doing hats. Doing full color graphic hats on stuff. For what?
You talking about the DTF?
Yeah, the DTF. Because we had the iota one, and then the beautician, and the eyelash chick, or whatever her name was. And that's what's so funny. I do not like entrepreneurs who try to hassle other entrepreneurs.
Hustle?
Yeah, well, hustle. Yeah. Hustle. They get on my nerves. Just keep it all the way thorough. Because the reality of it is, let's just be honest. If you're an entrepreneur and they're an entrepreneur, you understand costs and business and all of that. You understand that stuff costs money. You got to get, none of this stuff is free. You know, if you want to try to hustle people over, then don't expect anybody to treat you any different. Because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna try to get over on you. They're gonna try to do the same thing you doing to everybody else. You know, so I find that kind of rude and bad business, poor taste. Let's see, trying to get these bad boys turned out. Let's see, I'm trying to see. I'm on Twitch too. I'm trying to get. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I had this big old block on my thing, and I'm trying to share. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you just have to make sense. You know what I mean? You can't. If you're gonna do business, do it right. I'm not one for that. Oh, I'm trying to get over on nobody. Like I don't charge for supplies, meaning that whatever the supplies cost me, that's what they cost you. I just don't see the purpose nor the desire to bust people's heads. Stuff costs what it costs already anyway. So my thing is, I'm only gonna charge you what it costs me. So what you're literally paying me is to do what I'm doing right now. This costs money for me to press, electricity, all of that. So I decided for me, I'm just gonna charge what I charge. I'm gonna make it make sense. All right, let me grab my other phone. Hold on a second. Let's see something. Okay, I don't know what's going on. One of the groups I'm in, I was just checking to see what it was happening. I was just checking to see what was happening. All right, cool. So yeah, I had to see what's going on with some other things that got moved. So my goal is to build my business to the point where I'm only doing this full time. Or let me phrase, I'm back to working full time for myself. Like the job that I'm at right now ends in September. So what I'm looking at getting is a Ecotech 1500, I think it is. And what I'm gonna do is probably replace this with that. It's printable vinyl, lasts just as long for what I understand, no issues. But the maintenance is less. Less maintenance, and that's what I want. I don't want to do maintenance every day, all day. I just hit that on my mic. Sorry about that. So I don't want to have to do the maintenance every day, all day. I want something I can either, if the maintenance is simple as pushing a button and just doing a print head clean, then I'll do that. But I'd rather do that than, and see, I kind of wanted the rolling print and cut joint. I wanted that a long time ago, way before GTF came out. You know what I'm saying? Because you can sell those transfers, just like you can sell a DTF transfer. But I wanted that a long time ago. And I think that's probably what I'm gonna go ahead and get. I don't know. I probably, like I said, I probably just get the Epson, convert it over. I think I'd like to do that better, just because I think ultimately, and I was supposed to go and say how you feel. My bad. I was supposed to go live. I ain't go live the last 2 Mondays. Uh, but I think I'm working on some videos I want to shoot this weekend. Using my Galaxy Heat hat press, and just give you some ideas on how to because here's the thing. What I have noticed is you don't necessarily have to have a hat press. I mean, what do they call those? An embroidery machine to make a great looking hat. I'll just be honest with you. As a matter of fact, give me a second. I'm gonna run and go grab one so y'all can see what I mean. So this is actually, let's see if y'all can see. This is actually vinyl on a hat, clean, nice. You know what I'm saying? This is my other little brand, my talk show. We gotta put an episode out. Uh, we're gonna go back to Wednesdays on that. Let It Make Sense podcast. Next Wednesday we will be dropping an episode. Took a hiatus. I have to get some other things straight. You know what I'm saying? Hit them with the dub. West Side for Elizabeth. You know what I'm saying? This is my hot dog cart. This is DTF. You know what I mean? This is DTF. No cracking, no nothing. Uh, full color graphic. And I can charge a premium price, make it look nice, with a boom with a bang. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna have to hit him back. This is my fat brother. I hit him back. Hold on, let me just tell him to hit him back. Yo, fat. Hey, I'm doing a live right quick.
Okay. Call me later.
I got you. I'm calling you right back, brother. All right, right. So I have to go ahead and do that right quick. And this is just me playing with a design, a font, and a design on the hat. This right here is actually a fitted just to try and see if I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Just to do it. I wasn't for me. It's a mullet. It's the design is actually vinyl, and it's money. It's this emblem of it's like $100 bill cut out. So that's just some of the things you can do with just a hat press that you can't do with with embroidery machine. So for me, the more I look into pushing my hats, I don't want to stress about it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Who's that?
Front door open.
What is it? Running for office. Sorry about that. Somebody came to the door. Had to go see what's going on. So, like I was saying, the question is, like, with the with the with the Eco Tanks Eco Solvent printer, I'll be able to still do the same types of images as that full color design. Do it on the hack, boom, bang, we're done. So and like you can't get that detail with embroidery. So I really, part of me is like I want an embroidery machine. Part of me is like, right now I really don't see the purpose. Because a single head, single needle embroidery machine, the cheapest one is like $3,000.
All you doing is one color.
No, you can do more than one color. You just gonna do one color at a time.
Oh no, I ain't about to play with that.
And see, she's not gonna let me get multiple machines. She ain't going. If I'm gonna get it, I gotta go and get it, get what I gotta get. Cause once I get it, that's it. She ain't going. So it's that thing. I can get that printer, but the amount of money it will cost to get that, I can actually get. For the amount of money of this printer, I can actually get 2 of the other printers I want to get, and just make them 2 whatchamacallits, and just do 2 Eco Solvent printers, which is not a bad idea. It's something I'm thinking about really doing, so that I can go ahead, and I can still print, like I said, full color designs. It's sometimes you can do a kiss cut. Sometimes you have to do a little bleed, but either way it go, I don't think people really cares. And it's not something I would use for a brand. It's more so something I would use for kind of like something I did yesterday. Keita.
Mm-hmm.
Those little Keita shirts, you don't know where they at, do you? Huh?
No.
The ones you said were messed up?
Oops. Did I move that?
Did you don't
I
know?
tossed them.
Oh, okay.
I asked you.
No, that's not an issue. Oh, matter of fact, that's not an issue. So it's more so I wanted to doing something like this. I can do this, and even still, but I can do it on a dark color shirt, and it'll last longer than an inkjet transfer, because I can do that with a dark color transfer and be done with it. But it won't last as long as it will last if I use the either DTF. Well, I ain't gonna say that because this is DTF I got on, so it won't last as long as I say DTF as it will if I use, because this will last longer. They say, I don't know. I've had some inkjet transfers.
Well, I mean, it just depends. Now, I made myself a T-shirt. I guess you say a memorial T-shirt. I don't know what you would call it. But anyway, I don't know if you would say a rest in peace. Anyway, after my mother died, I made myself a T-shirt with her picture on it. And vinyl. No, not that one.
No, I made that one.
You made the other one you're talking about. But the one I made, it lasted for, she passed away in 2013. I either made the shirt in 2013 or I made it in 2014, I think, right?
I think
probably made it in 2014 or 2015, whichever way. But it lasted for, if I made it in 2015, it lasted like 6 years ago. Yeah. About 6-7 years ago. Yeah. And I just had to stop wearing it because you couldn't tell the picture anymore. But it lasted a very long time. So any product that you use that can, last that long, get the job done. That's cool. Now I have a DTF shirt that we got to print. I don't think you printed that out.
Which one?
That salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Did you?
I don't like
it lasts a long time.
But it cracks.
But I've worn that shirt a lot.
Yeah, we worn it.
And I washed it a lot.
But so, they still.
But it cracks. So.
I don't care what the product is. It's gonna crack.
Yeah.
It's gonna fade. It's gonna crack.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah. Now, if
it loosens over time.
It loosens over time. If you wash your shirt once and it's jacked, Okay, something wrong.
You might want to pick a different product.
You might want to pick a different product.
Get that white shit.
So, but the point of what I'm making is that if you've done your homework and you do your due diligence, the medium that you use to put
You wanna
the
count those?
not particularly, but that you use to
Do it anyway.
put the design on, it should last. That's all I was trying to get out before I was so rudely interrupted by the supervisor. Should have counted the shirts before he started pressing them, but okay.
Look, hey. You see, this is what happened when the employees are insubordinate. You know what I'm saying? She insubordinate, y'all. I'm gonna have to fire her and get some new employees.
You are not hurting my feelings.
Who wanna come work for me? You know what I'm saying? My employee. Somebody in the ecosystem
In the interweb.
is the interweb.
On the interwebs.
Want to be my employee.
Let them employ.
You know, they want to be my employee.
All right.
They want to make some hats.
That is awesome.
So okay, so I have an idea I'm trying to do right quick. Part of it is really contingent on me getting the color. Well, let me phrase it. Part of it not contingent on anything, because let's just be honest. My DTF printer started acting the fool last year. I was doing inkjet transfer on my Etsy page. I don't know why I thought I had a design on it. I was doing what was I doing? Oh, I was doing inkjet transfer on my Etsy page, and I mean they were flying back to back to back to back. I think I got one complaint and turned around and sent it back to her. She came back and gave me a raving review. Let me tell you something. Do not let people tell you inkjet transfer ain't what it is. It is.
Everything that you do has its place.
Yep.
If you had this 75-piece order, you're not gonna do it in vinyl. If you do it, bless your heart.
Bless your foolish heart.
If you got this 75-piece order, you're not gonna do it in inkjet transfer. I wouldn't advise it. By the time you finish doing it, you've spent all the money you made as your profit buying ink again.
Yep.
So
yeah.
everything has its place. If you get an order for birthday shirts, right? So usually the birthday shirts are either the birthday person themselves, if it's an adult.
Okay.
If they're going out. Now I did some birthday tank tops for a group of women who went out of town together for somebody's birthday. And I did it in vinyl. I didn't use inkjet transfer because what they wanted was words. And I think it may have had a little design on it, but I think it was just all lettering. So I did glitter flake vinyl. And I think it was like 5 or 6 shirts, something like that. But if you're doing a birthday shirt, like he said, for a kid, so usually it's the mama, the daddy, the child that's a birthday child, and like a sibling or two. You go ahead and use an inkjet transfer.
And call it a day.
You're not gonna order these plastic style transfers for that. You're not gonna make a screen for it. If it's just lettering, yeah, do vinyl. But if it's a picture, put all the words on the transfer. Along with the picture.
Unless it's a blank shirt, everything going on the transfer. I'm not writing on none of that.
You just make it make sense.
It has to make sense. If I'm going to do something, it has to make sense. I'm not going to work harder than I have to.
Nope.
Because if you think about it, if you can do...
Work smarter, not harder.
Like, how long have we been alive? I can't even see how long I've been alive. I don't even know. But if you can do 3 to 4 of these types of orders a day, right? You'll clear $1,200-$1,300 profit a day. Easy. And that's what ordering transfers. And be done with it. And like I said, I'm live and I'm talking. So it's a little different. But if I was just going, this shouldn't take you more than maybe an hour, if that. You know, if I'm not talking and watching TV and I'm just pressing, but because I know, okay, I got you tomorrow to do this, and then I got to order some more vinyl for another order I'm doing. I'm not really in a rush. The person I'm doing the other one order for, I talked to her today, and so she loves this other design I did. But this other vinyl I use, that white sick with it. And but she's like, don't rush. It's all good. It's whenever you get it done, you know. And then I got another order after that, but I got the royal blue in there for that. We just gotta cut it and go get the shirts. But literally, y'all, I'm almost through. I think I got this batch, and then I got a couple of blacks I gotta do. Mind you, it's only 7 something. I've been sucking and driving. I ain't get up work till after 5. I didn't talk to my friend. Came to pick up her videos, everything.
Almost an hour, 51 minutes. 51 minutes.
That's all we've been live.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been on here live, and I ain't really started until I got on here. So it's taking me what? Look, maybe about an hour to knock this out. So it's just a matter of what makes sense to you and your people. You know, if you got help, you know, I thought I had help. My wife don't even want to count the church for me. She do me wrong, y'all. She do me wrong.
You're not done.
Huh?
Why would I count them now? You're not done.
I'm almost done. Give me the number and just put it in. Huh? So what I will end up having on this, y'all, is an extra, I think, 25. Oh, you want to go grab that bag for me?
I don't know where it is. Sir.
It's in the back seat.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah. So it's an extra 25. I have an extra 25 of these transfers left. Am I going to use them? Probably not. If they call me next year, though, guess what? I already have some, and can, you know, to go ahead and start the order when you know, for whatever the situation may be. So that's, you know, that's always to the good that I am. That's less I gotta buy. Like I said, but the company I get them from, it don't matter because you're talking $60 for 100 designs. So if you're talking 100 designs, come on now, $60. And then I charge a slight rush fee. I was gonna go higher than I did, only because my thing is, you know, gotta be quicker on the ball than this. Come on, man. You know, you don't want to be waiting till the day of. And like I said, they needed them Saturday. They're gonna get them tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday. They could have got them tonight, but the young lady who's picking them up didn't want to come get them till tomorrow, so which is fine by me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really stressing it. You know, I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to bust out the designs, bust out the work, and make the bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying it because I enjoy doing the t-shirts. But before I go, I want to show y'all a bag. So if those who are trying to do t-shirts, those who are trying to get into the business, right? You can find yourself getting into, you know what I'm saying, making a little extra money. Now those who, because I am on Twitch too right now, those who need production, you know what I'm saying? Quality work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you quality work if you don't know, if you don't want to do it yourself. But I also teach people how to do it. You know? Like I said, some people don't want them. Some people want to just, hey, drop ship. I'm not a drop ship type of guy. I've had people send me notices that I know that do shirts, and I don't understand that. You got all the equipment and you don't still do drop ship. I'm not doing that. That ain't even logical to me. And again, majority of these shirts, y'all gotta understand. I did I messed around here and actually was double pressing when I didn't need to. Just because it's supposed to happen sometimes. So that wasted a lot of my time. you're trying to get these things untangled. I gotta call Fred back in a minute. And I'm gonna give him a drawstring bag, I think, this time, because I did I don't want to do a cause I did a tote last time. And the drawstring bags you can get for little nothing, but have a big impact. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this.
Is that one thicker?
You gotta know your material, y'all. You gotta know your material. That's not to say that I can't do it. I just don't. I need to test something first. Because everything is different.
It has to be able to stand the heat.
Yeah, if it can't take the heat.
For the class for the transfer.
Yeah, if it can't take the heat. Don't get me wrong. I'm at actually a lower temperature than I normally put my transfers at. Because you really don't have to have.
That you normally pressure.
Well, I normally press that. The reason is because I don't want to really pour to my shirt. So normally I'm usually just crank it up to 400 and keep it going. Because back in the day, you had to have it at 400. Older transfers back in the day, that's what it was at. You couldn't do it less than 400. So hold on a second. And here is the last of the shirts. Now this is the pink on the black. This right here is kind of wet. I like that pink on black though. And I think this is why they end up getting some black shirts, because the last bag I did for them was on black. That's why I kind of figured out, I'm trying to figure out another color to put it on, so that they can see the different color. If I had like a, I don't know if I got it.
Oh, it's a gray one in here, I think. You want that one?
Well, I'm gonna check and see how it holds the heat, hold up to it. Because remember, Wilson ain't brought those bags at the time. But I was also at a higher temp too, though. So this is what that black looked like. That pink and that blackity black. You know what I'm saying? Came out hot.
Press the black ones twice.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna press the black
No,
ones
I
twice.
didn't
Change it
press
around.
it twice. Because I'm actually the temperature is actually young. I'm only supposed to press for 7 seconds. That's what they recommend. I usually go longer and higher. It's like 325, 7 seconds. I usually do 350, 15 seconds.
But everybody's machine is different.
Yeah, you got to know your press.
You don't know the what do you call it? The brand of machine they use.
Yeah.
You don't know what the temperature was in the room that they were in. You don't
Not
know.
even just the brand though, because you could be have the same brand and we made it 2 different times and how old it is.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
There's different. You don't know, so you have to test it.
Yeah, to make sure that it's gonna work for what you're trying to get done.
So you don't lift the transfer up and the ink is on the transfer. And
Talking about how you doing, and you done messed up these people's shirts.
Mess up these good people's shirts.
So I usually will either test the shirt that I already got, or I usually will buy an extra. I'll order an extra shirt of each size that I ordered in order to make. Now I end up with a lot of shirts sometimes doing that. I used to do it more in the beginning than I do now, and I thought about going back to that just in case you mess up a shirt. You got to back up. Whew. This is like butter.
So basically, what I'm saying is, I would advise you to test it. Make sure you have extra transfers so you can test it on your machine instead of just banking on what they recommend. You can try it first. Try it if it's your first time doing it. First, try it on what they recommend, and if that doesn't work, then you need to play with the settings so you can be sure that you do it right. You don't want to play with the settings when you're starting to actually do the project, work on the order, right?
not risking that with this bag. You messing up my machine. I would see about a bag I already done. Like I said, it's just a gift, so I'm not really too. I'm not really too concerned about using it or nothing like that. I'm just, So how you think they're gonna like this right here? Today. Oh, this came out butter like butter to cream, baby. Check this out. Okay.
Oh yeah, looks nice.
They put little drawstring bag. So it's just a little added something you throw in there in the mix and let them have that. But boom, the bag probably cost me $1. That cost me 25 cents. But I can definitely, probably about 30, about 30, 45 cents. I don't know. I have to do the math. But I can definitely turn around and sell that there for about $5, $6. And make my money and then some back. Some people might sell it for more than that. So with that being said, y'all, thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining in. It's time for me to be out this piece because I got to go take a shower, eat, relax, and enjoy the rest of my days. So with that being said, keep saying how you feel and peace. Bam.